Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacchino. Checking in on Ethereum. Ethereum breaking below the March 8th lows. Briefly pausing right now at our next target, 605. Next target down there is 573, then 565. 565 would take us back to the February 5th lows. Keep that in mind. So right now, there's not much to do but sit on our hands and wait. We have new lows that we'll be watching for. We can't really do key projections, any more key projections yet until we get the pause and rotation back up. Then you can do some GAN projections, especially from these highs in here to the most recent pausing lows. On a rally back up, really now we have this breakdown, the real breakdown zones up here. So on a stronger rally, watch for 671. On just a minor rally, we're going to have to watch for about 650 level, but this looks like it's going to head lower first. So nothing to do but sit on our hands. There's just to wait. Coming in, we have the 200 simple moving average on the daily. And when's the last time we touched that? Wow, let's see. Well, we haven't touched that since it's on the chart. I mean, we could roughly project maybe back to September 15. So we're going to see if that support holds. If not, I'm expecting it to retest these February 5th lows. And if that does break, let's see, where would that put us? If that does break, we're going to do our first key levels there. Well, we'd be looking at 478 as the first major level, then 390 as the second. But those, again, are major levels from this last decline. So keep that in mind if we do break through that 565. But we'll fine-tune these levels as we get more price action unfolding. Switching over to Monero. Monero is slicing through our 221. Now coming on a major cluster. We have three different things at this 204 to about 207 level. So let's see if that holds. On a rally back up, we'll be watching for a return to the 229 to 236 area, possibly 239, but that's going to be in a rotation zone, and this is very, very weak right now. This 62.5 little blue line comes from ABC projection, so we're doing the highs back to these lows on the 8th, projected from here to the highs on the 9th, which gives us the 62.5, and then a lower level, which gives us another major cluster down at 149 to 152. So we could easily now return to the lows from back at February 5th and 6th. Do not be surprised. We're not going to drop there instantly, but do not be surprised. We have major projections down here. Next minor projection we can do is just another retracement level, 178. Wait for the pause here, rotation back up. Then you can do projections from these most recent highs to the most recent swing low after it starts rotating back up, and find some other minor levels to watch for. But we are just sitting on our hands. There's a lot of weakness coming into all the cryptos right now. Nothing for us to do yet. No major reversal patterns. We're just going to let this unfold and watch for these key levels to see if we get any reversal patterns. But now everybody who's bought in here is now wrong, so they might be looking to sell on any rallies. Pretty much anybody who's bought since since back on the 7th of February is now wrong. If they didn't get out or raise their stops, they're now back underwater on anything they've bought since the 7th. So keep that in mind. This is going to get a lot of people, again, by surprise, and they'll be looking to sell in some of these rallies. The rotation zone is against us on the 4-hour and then on the daily. See here, we slice through the 200-day simple. Last time we hit that was back in the 5th, and now we're back below that. So nothing to do here, really. Nothing to do. We're not even going to be setting up for divergence patterns. Again, we paused here, let the 8 catch up. If you remember the other videos we put out, we said watch what happens to a lot of these cryptos when the 8 catches up to the price action. So it paused, went sideways, 8 caught up, and is pushing it lower. Key thing to watch for, both for the upside and for the downside. Finally, over to Ripple. Ripple also continuing to break down. We got a slight pause, you see right here at our 68.65 level, but it's heading lower. Again, rotation zone now clearly against it and separating on the 4-hour. We were only able to get above it slightly, then coming down, hitting it here, moving sideways, hitting it here, breaking down. Remember, we had this double bottom, then it turned into a horizontal channel, then breaking down, hitting the first key level. Now we're watching our next major level is this right around this 64 area. And then same as I said in the other videos, wait for a move back up. Then you can do your next key projections lower. Switching over to the daily, trading right now at the 200. We might get a slight bounce here. Key resistance we'll be watching for is about 73.65. Then on an even stronger rally, 77.25. But I would watch for a more minor rally and the rotation zone to come down to meet it on the 4-hour. We're also trading right now right at the candle body, so we have a very key close back on the 5th. And the closing is the most important price of any bar, and we're trading right at that. So let's see if we do get a bounce, but there's nothing to do. There's no buyable bounce here yet. We have to be very, very patient. I'm going to stress that. Just be very patient right now and let this unfold, and we'll wait for the high probability patterns. So what we have for you on Ethereum, Monero, and Ripple, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.